Hello. Alrighty, we're going to get moving, so just make your way to the mat, rely on my voice the whole way. We'll start straight in downward facing dog, so we're going to move through a pretty dynamic flow. So starting in downward facing dog, just pedaling out the feet, lifting one heel at a time. We spread wide through the fingers. The sit bones are reaching nice and high. Pedaling the feet, maybe a little wag of the tail. Finding your breath. Taking a nice deep inhale. Letting it out. And we'll find stillness in the pose. Letting the gaze settle between your feet. Finding your breath. Gently dropping to the knees, coming to tabletop position, wrists under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and we'll find a little sway from side to side. Looking down at the right heel, looking down at the left heel. Just finding length in the sides of the body. We're going to transition this straight into cat and cow. So when you're ready, centering yourself, dropping the belly, gazing up, and rounding through the spine, tucking the chin, using the breath. Inhale, dips the belly, gaze up. Exhale, tucks the chin, rounds through the spine. Moving with your own breath. Whatever feels organic, little sway from side to side. Enjoying the movements, always mindful. There is no race. There is no judgment. It's just us, here and now. Focusing on what is within the four corners of our own mat. Finding stillness, finding a neutral spine. Knees spread wide, toes touch. We gently sit on the heels to find child's pose. Heart melts forward. Knowing you can come back to this pose at any time throughout the practice. Gently walking the hands over to the right, all the way off the mat, opening up through the side body. Slowly back through center, all the way over to the other side. Slowly back to center, and we'll make our way straight back to downward facing dog, tucking the toes, rippling back, sit bones reach high. Again, find a little pedal with the feet if that feels good. And finding stillness. We'll go through that flow once more. Drop the knees, finding tabletop. Gentle sway from side to side, opening up the sides of the body. And moving through cat and cow when you're ready. Finding And gently spreading the knees, finding child's pose, melting the heart. Again, hands walk over to the right, all the way off the mat. Taking a deep inhale, exhale, sending the breath down the side of the body. Gently, hands walk back through center, all the way over to the other side. Again, nice deep inhale, sending the breath down the side of the body. Back to center, finding child's pose. Most welcome to spend the practice right here. If you want to keep moving back to downward facing dog, we'll meet there, little petal, and finding stillness. Coming up onto the toes, and back down. We're just rippling through a few of these. Up onto the toes, engaging the core. And gently heels reach back towards the mat. Once more onto the toes. And reaching down. Downward facing dog. We'll bend the knees, gaze to the hands. Take about 10 steps to get up to the hands. Baby steps. And we'll meet in ragdoll position. So feet are nice and wide as the hips. Bending into the knees. Finding opposite elbows, just hanging here in stillness for a moment. The head hangs heavy like a bowling ball. And we'll take a nod, yes, of the head. And a shake no, side to side. And when you're ready, we'll gently sway from side to side. Imagine you moving through, honey. Heart is melting to the earth. And gently releasing the hands. We're heel toeing the feet back in to touch. And gently we'll find a halfway lift. Hands to shins, flat back, crown of the head reaches forward. And we fold. Once more, hands to shins, flat back. And gently folding forward. When you're ready, we'll slowly unravel all the way up to standing. Vertebrae by vertebrae, gentle movement. Fingertips are the last to sweep up all the way to the sky. Gazing to the thumbs. Hands to the heart center. Standing tall here. Little roll of the shoulders. Few times. And finding stillness. Softening your eyes closed, taking a breath, drinking it in, letting it out. Using this time to find some gratitude, thinking of anything that you're grateful for. Maybe it's a person, a place, a pet. Sending love to that one thing. So many beautiful things in all of our lives. When you're ready, reining it back in, bringing that love back and sending it to yourself. Setting an intention for your practice. Making the commitment to focus focus on your breath. Gently flicking open the eyes, hands shooting down beside us, standing tall, and we'll flow. Inhale to reach high, gaze up. Exhale to melt all the way forward. Finding halfway lift, flat back, and stepping to high plank. We plant the hands, step back, hold it here. So drop the knees if you need to. Otherwise, we're holding this pose. Zipping up the belly, one line from the crown of the head to the heels. Maybe a little rock from front to back over the balls of the feet. When you're ready, finding stillness, we gently ripple forward as if we're peering over a cliff. Elbows tuck in close, and we slowly lower all the way down to the earth. Untucking the toes. Inhale, cobra pose. Shoulder blades kissing together. Gently releasing. Hands come off the mat onto the pads of the fingers. Inhale, fierce cobra. Gently releasing. Hands come back in to frame the chest, and this time hands will float off the earth. Little baby cobra here, squeezing it in tight. Gently releasing, and we'll ripple back to closed leg child's pose. Knees are together, arms sweeping down beside us. Curling up into a tight little ball, maybe rocking the head from side to side, massaging the creases in the forehead. When you're ready, no rush to get there. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. Taking a breath. Coming onto the toes, bending the knees, stepping to the hands. Finding halfway lift, hands to shins, flat back. And folding. Slowly unraveling all the way up to standing, reaching high, gazing high, and melting all the way down to the earth. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to find plank. Plant the hands, stepping back again, holding it here. Feeling strength. Again, we'll ripple forward, stick with cobra if you wish, otherwise lower halfway down, low plank. Elbows are bent, we're in a hover, coming onto the tops of your feet, upward facing dog, opening the heart, and slowly rippling back, downward facing dog. One more round of our flow. Onto the toes, bending the knees, step or jump forward. Hands to the shins, flat back, and fold. Slowly unravel all the way up to standing, gazing high, reaching high, folding forward. Halfway lift, flat back, and finding your way to downward facing dog. You can always go straight there, otherwise lowering down. Inhale for cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bending the knees, gazing forward, stepping or hopping to the hands. Finding halfway lift and folding. Slowly unraveling all the way, reaching high, gazing high, hands to the heart. Setting up for our chair pose, toes are to touch, heels are slightly apart. We'll take a bend, fingertips are going to sweep along the mat, and then they'll reach all the way high to the sky. Gazing down, we should be able to wriggle our toes, our weights in our heels. We'll take an inhale together. Exhale, seeing if you can sit any deeper. Beautiful. Holding it here, 2 more breaths. Hands come to the heart. We slowly stand tall. Beautiful. Inhale, hands sweeping. And we fold. Finding halfway lift, flat back. And we flow through to down dog. High plank to low plank. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a breath in down dog. Right leg sweeps high to the sky, 3-legged dog. Knee comes through to the nose, tiger curl, hold it there. And sweeping it high. We're making our way through to a low lunge, knee to nose, plant the foot, back foot sinks. Inhale, arms reach high to the sky and through to the heart. Inhale to sweep the arms, crescent moon pose. And we'll slowly frame the foot with the hands. Left hand plants, right hand is going to make a big circle, reaching forward, reaching all the way back. And to frame our foot, when we get there, straightening through our leg. Half Hanuman, half splits. We're doing 2 more exactly the same. Rebending, left hand plants, right hand opens, making a circle all the way around. Hand lands back to frame the foot. We straighten through the leg. Toes are reaching between for the face. Once more, rebend, left hand's planted. We open the heart to the side. Sweeping the arm, planting the hand, straightening the leg. We're coming back to our low lunge, planting the hands. We're going to make our way into crescent lunge, coming onto the ball of the back foot, finding your balance. When you're ready, we're coming to our high lunge, gently lifting the hands, using your strength to reach high. Sinking deep into the pose, fingertips are reaching high. Taking an inhale, exhale, hands to the heart. Inhale, we ripple forward 45 degrees. Exhale, left elbow hooks over right knee, coming into a twist. You can always drop the back knee if you need to, otherwise heart is opening. You can spread the wings to the side. Slowly bringing hands back to the heart. From here, we're going to cartwheel our hands round all the way to the other side to open up into Warrior Two. So back foot is parallel with the back of the mat, front foot is pointing forward, arms are switched on. Inhale to flip the front palm and reverse the warrior. Exhale to cartwheel through our flow, framing the foot, finding your flow. High plank to low plank. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a breath. Left leg floats high, 3-legged dog. Knee to nose, tiger curl. Once more, floating high. And knee to nose, tiger curl. Plant the foot, drop the back knee, finding our crescent moon pose. Hands to heart. Inhale to sweep and through to the heart. Slowly framing the foot with the hands. Left hand floats high, we open up, finding our circle. Plant the hands, straighten through the front leg. Again, rebending, left hand rolls open. Finding our circle, framing the front foot, straightening the leg. Last one. Rebending, opening, finding our circle. Both hands plant, we straighten through the leg. Slowly coming into our low lunge. Coming onto the ball of the back foot. When you're ready, finding crescent, gently lifting the fingers away from the earth, reaching high. Standing strong. Hands come to the heart. We're taking an inhale, letting it out. Inhale, rippling forward 45 degrees. Exhale, elbow hooks over the knee. Right elbow hooks over left knee. Spread the wings here if you wish. You can always drop to the bottom knee. When you're ready, slowly hands back to heart. We gently cartwheel all the way around to the other side. Finding warrior two. Finding your alignment. Arms are switched on. Inhale to flip the front palm and reverse. And we cartwheel through our flow, framing the foot, finding high plank, lowering down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a breath, letting it out. Onto the toes, bending the knees, step, hop or jump to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Slowly unraveling all the way. Reaching high, gazing high. Hands to the heart. Setting up for chair, toes to touch, heels slightly apart. We take a seat. Fingertips reaching high. Arms are reaching, fingertips are reaching. Checking with our feet, weights in our heels. Inhale, hands come into cactus. Bend the elbows, arms down beside us, hands are open. And releasing tall. One more of those, finding cactus arms. Imagine you're slowly pulling something down, engaging the shoulders together, gently releasing. Once more. Pulling down, shoulder blades meeting, and reaching high. Hands come to the heart, we take a breath and slowly stand. Inhale to float high and fold, melting the heart all the way to the earth. Halfway lift and finding our flow. High plank to low plank. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog, taking a breath, letting it out. We're going to go through exactly the same flow on both sides. The right leg floats high on the inhale. Knee to nose, tiger curl, holding it there. And shooting back. Making our way through to low lunge, planting the foot, back knee drops. Inhale, hands sweeping and through to the heart. Once more, sweeping and through to the heart. Gently ripple to frame the foot, left hand plants, right hand finds its circle. We open up, we sweep it back, all the way back to frame the foot, straighten through the front leg, half splits. Again, rebending, finding our opening, reaching wide all the way. Hands plant, straighten through the front leg. Toes are pointing towards the face. Last one, rebend, sweeping high, floating the hand all the way back, and planting the hand, straightening the front leg. Hector! Sorry, got a barking dog. Slowly rebending into the knee. There he is, the little fella. Hello. Alright, we're making our way into our higher crescent lunge. When you're ready, coming onto the ball of the back foot, fingertips sweeping high, finding crescent lunge. Hands through to the heart, and we make our way into revolving lunge. Left elbow hooks over right knee, open the heart, spread the wings here if you wish. Hands back to center, taking a breath, and we cartwheel around to open up warrior two. Arms are switched on. Inhale to flip the palm and reverse. And cartwheel through our flow, framing the foot, finding your vinyasa. High plank to low plank. Inhale for up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. A moment to settle. Checking in with how you're feeling. Noticing if anything has come up for you throughout the practice. Just being aware of it. Left leg sweeps high, three-legged dog. Knee to nose, tiger curl. Once more, sweeping high. Making our way through knee to nose, planting the foot, back knee drops. Inhale, fingertips reach, hands to heart. Once more, reaching, hands to heart. Slowly rippling forward. Right hand plants, left hand floats high, reaching all the way around. Landing the hands, straightening through the front leg. Again, rebending into the knee, reaching forward and reaching all the way around. Planting the hands, straightening the front leg. Once more, rebending, floating, opening, finding a full circle. Hand plants, front leg straight, half splits. Slowly rebending, making our way into crescent lunge, coming onto the ball of the back foot. Slowly reaching, standing strong. Taking a breath. When you're ready, hands to heart. We're taking our twist. Right elbow hooks over left knee. Arms reaching apart. Slowly releasing, hands back to heart. When you're ready, cartwheeling around to land in warrior two. Inhale to flip and reverse. And finding your flow back to down dog. Can always go straight there. This is your practice, taking whatever journey you'd like to take. We'll meet in down dog. We'll find a breath. Coming onto the toes, bending the knees. Step, hop or jump to the hands. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, and we fold. Slowly unraveling all the way, reaching high, gazing high, hands to the heart. Toes together to touch, heels are slightly apart, setting up for our last chair, making it a good one, sweeping the fingertips, reaching high, sitting deep. We're bringing the hands to the heart this time. Taking an inhale, exhale, left elbow hooks over right knee, revolving chair. Spread the wings here if you wish. Opening the heart to the side. Taking a breath and slowly coming back to chair, sitting deep, arms reaching tall. Hands through to the heart, finding the other side, right elbow hooks over left knee, revolving chair, spread the wings if you wish. Gently releasing, finding our chair, sitting deep, reaching tall. 2 breaths here. It's not an easy pose. Hands through to the heart, gently standing tall. Inhale to float the hands, folding forward. Finding halfway lift, flat back, making your way through your flow all the way to down dog. Landing in downward facing dog, finding a breath. We're going to change the flow up a bit. Right leg sweeps high, 3-legged dog. Knee to nose, tiger curl. Once more, sweeping. Finding our low lunge. Back knee drops, hands sweeping high. Hands to the heart. Once more, sweeping and through to the heart. Gently framing the foot, left hand plants, right hand reaches high. We're just going to stay here like this. Coming onto the ball of our back foot, opening the heart to the side. Beautiful, easy twist. This time we're framing the foot with our hands, straightening our front leg with the back ball of the foot on the floor. Pyramid pose. Slowly rebending, we're making our way to high crescent lunge. Hands sweeping high, finding our lunge. Opening straight up to warrior 2. Flipping the palm and reversing. Elbow to knee, side angle. From here, slowly standing tall. Everything's facing the side. Everything's reaching. The toes are facing the side. Star pose. Hands come together to touch. Gazing high. Hands back to the heart. We're making our way into high Skandasana. Both feet stay on the floor. Back foot slightly pointing out. We bend into the back foot. Arms can reach if you wish. Holding it here. Once more we reach, finding our star, everything's reaching. And from here back to warrior 2 towards the front of the room. Inhale to flip the palm and reverse. Exhale to flow through to downward facing dog. However you wish to get there, You can always go straight there, using your breath to drive you. Downward facing dog. We'll go straight to the other side. Left leg float. Knee to nose, tiger curl. Once more floating. Finding our low lunge, knee to nose, back knee drops. Slowly hands reach and through to the heart. Once more reaching and through to the heart. Gently framing the foot, coming onto the ball of the back foot, right hand plants, left hand opens. Nice easy twist, opening the heart. Slowly framing the foot with the hands, we're finding pyramid, straightening into the front leg. Slowly rebending, we're setting up for crescent lunge, hands reach, finding our balance, opening straight up to warrior two. Hands flip and we reverse. Elbow to knee, side angle. Making our way into our star pose. Everything reaches, feet turn to the face of the side. We gaze high, our fingertips touch. Hands to the heart, we set up for Skandasana, high Skandasana towards the back of the mat. You can reach the arms if you wish. Slowly lengthening everything again. We stand tall, we reach tall, and back to warrior two towards the front of the mat. Inhale to flip and reverse. Exhale to cartwheel through all the way back to downward facing dog. Meeting here, dropping to the knees, toes together to touch, heart melts, we find child's pose. 5 of your own breaths here. When you're ready, no rush. We'll meet back in downward facing dog. You can stay in child's pose if that serves you. Coming onto the toes, bending the knees, step, hop or jump. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Slowly unraveling all the way up to standing, reaching high, gazing high, hands to the heart. We're setting up for tree, grounding into the left foot, bringing the right foot below the knee or above the knee, using your hand and then hands to the heart. Finding somewhere to settle your gaze on the earth in front of you. We're standing on one leg. It's not easy. Grounding the foot into the earth, sinking the roots deep. If you wish, we'll slowly grow the branches tall. Listen carefully. From here, we're making our way to stork pose. So focus, gently releasing the foot from the thigh, finding stalk. The foot's engaged, the toes are reaching up, and from here we're slowly diving into aeroplane. Holding it here, cobraing the chest. And we'll slowly find standing splits when you're ready. The hands gently travel to the earth. Maybe you wrap one hand around the ankle, maybe you wrap both hands around the ankle. Just challenging yourself. If you don't try, you won't know. From here, we're opening up into half moon. Slowly coming back to standing splits, and both feet meet together. Gently meeting in a forward fold, spreading the feet wide, bending into the knees, finding ragdoll, gently swaying again from side to side. And releasing the hands, heel toeing the feet back in together. Finding halfway lift, inhale halfway. Slowly releasing. And we'll gently come all the way up to standing. Reaching high, gazing high. Hands to the heart. Taking a breath, standing tall. And we'll set up for tree on the other side, grounding into the right foot, bringing the left foot up, placing it in your spot above or below the knee, hands to the heart, settling the gaze. Grounding into the standing leg. If you wish, gently growing the branches tall. Embracing any wobbles. If you're not wobbling, you're not activating anything different in your body. So always embracing struggle as a step towards the next thing. Slowly we'll come into stalk, releasing the foot, finding stalk pose. And you know where we're heading. We're finding our aeroplane, slowly diving, holding it here, cobraing the chest. Activating that back leg. Slowly finding standing splits, hands to the earth. Maybe holding the ankle, maybe not. Just having a play. Gently hands released to the earth and we find half moon. The whole body opens to the side. Gently coming back to standing splits. Slowly meeting in a forward fold. This time gorilla pose. Hands under the feet, bending into the knees, hanging the heart heavy. Maybe you find a little sway, wriggling the toes to massage the wrists. Bending one knee at a time, straightening one leg at a time. Just releasing it out. grip of the hands, heel toeing the feet back in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Slowly unraveling all the way. Gazing high, reaching high. Hands to the heart. We're coming down into our low Yogi Malasana. So feet out as wide as the mat, toes slightly out. And we take a nice deep seat, coming into our deep squat. Elbows are touching the knees. We're pushing the knees away from us with the elbows. Maybe a little sway from side to side. Left hand plants in front of the left foot, right hand reaches high. Slowly swapping sides. Hands back to center, sitting here for a moment. We're setting up for crow pose. I'll do a demo. Hands plant, coming onto the balls of our feet. So we want to get the knees right up into the armpits. You may just come to here, that may be enough. You may lift one foot, you may lift the other foot. You may be able to lift both, always gazing forward, toes together to touch, maybe wriggling the toes. Holding it here if you wish. Otherwise we're going to jump back through to our low plank. Just giving it a go, there's nothing wrong with falling. Shooting the legs back as quickly as you can, landing in low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking a breath. Alrighty. This time we're going to walk the hands all the way to the feet. Slowly reaching the sit bones high as we gently walk the hands all the way to the feet. Meeting in forward fold, left hand plants in front of the face, right hand reaches high. Slowly swapping hands. One more on each side, left hand plant, reaching. And again, other side, right hand plants as we reach. Finding forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And folding. Sorry. Slowly unraveling all the way, reaching high, gazing high, hands to the heart. Slowly stepping all the way to the mat. And we're going to flow back through to meet in downward facing dog. Inhale to sweep, exhale to fold. Halfway lift. Finding your flow. Last vinyasa of the class. Downward facing dog. Slowly we ripple forward to high plank. We're holding it in high plank. Pushing the earth away. On the count of 5, we're going to lower all the way down. For 5, 4, 3, holding it at 2, and 1, release. Untucking the toes. Cheek rests on the mat, arms reach down behind us. Taking a moment of stillness. Maybe rocking the hips from side to side, wiggling the butt. And we're setting up for Shalavasana, locust pose. Forehead rests on the mat. Hands turn around to face the earth. So the thumbs are the closest to our ears. And then gently lifting. Focusing on the shoulders and the heart lifting, and then if you want to lift the feet, you can. Always gazing just in front of us so the back of our neck stays long. Taking 5 breaths here, engaging everything. When you're ready, slowly lowering. Whenever you finish your 5 breaths, other cheek rests on the mat. We'll gently bend the knees so the feet are up high. We're just going to gently windscreen white rock from side to side. Setting up for one more back bend. You can go through exactly the same. You can interlace your hands behind you if that suits you, or you can go into floor bow. Bending the knees, catching the tops of the feet. Now again, we're going to focus on opening our heart and shoulders first, lifting high, and then when you're ready, kicking the feet. Whatever variation suits you, taking 5 breaths here. Remember, the back of the neck is long. We're gazing down just in front of us. When you finish your 5 breaths, gently releasing. Crossing the arms over the top of each other in front of the face, resting the forehead onto the arms. And again, little windscreen wiper with the feet. And gently releasing it all out, arms down beside us, cheek rests on the mat. We're just going to flip over, nothing's moving, feet and head are staying exactly where they are, except we're flipping over. Coming into Shavasana, we're not staying here long, just for a moment. One more breath here. And gently hugging knees into the chest, big tight ball, little rock from side to side, massaging the lower back. Left leg goes long, we keep hold of the right leg. Making our way into supine twist, right leg all the way across the body. We gaze away from the leg. Slowly back through center, hugging both knees into the chest. Again, little rock from side to side. Here. Other side. Right leg goes long, keeping hold of the left, squeezing it in tight and finding supine twist on the other side. Gazing away from the leg. Got an upward facing dog right here, look at him. Beautiful dog. Slowly coming back in, hugging the knees into the chest. Little rock from side to side. And we're gonna rock along the length of the spine now, so front to back. Seeing if you can touch the whole spine. And we'll gently come up to a seated position. Gently removing the sit bones from underneath us. Making our way to Paschimottanasana. Hands sweeping high, gazing, and forward fold. Reaching the toes if that suits, otherwise bending the knees to enable you to reach the toes. Gently coming out of it. Arms reaching high. Take a twist to the left. Again, reaching high, twist to the other side. One more. Taking a twist. Reaching high, last side. Hands back to center, hands go out long. We're coming up into boat pose. Embrace the core. Arms are reaching, straighten the legs if that suits you. Otherwise you can have them bent with the hands behind the thighs, even the hands behind on the earth. I'm taking the knees bent variation. Slowly coming into low boat, holding it here. Coming back into high boat. Two more of those, into low boat, holding it here. And high boat. Last one, lowering down, holding low. We're coming back to high, don't get excited. High boat. This time we'll gently lower on the count of 5, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Let it all out, big shake. And again, hug the knees into the chest, making our way into happy baby. Bend the knees into the armpits, gently swaying from side to side. When you're ready, soles of the feet come together, butterflying the knees out, meeting in Supta Baddha Konasana. One hand on the heart, one hand on the belly. The last place we're going to be before our final pose, Shavasana. When you're ready, lengthening the left leg long, lengthening the right leg long. Taking one last big shrug and roll of the shoulders, opening the hands up. The hands are always open as a symbol of receiving all the beautiful benefits of this practice. Finding complete stillness, Shavasana, final resting pose. There is nowhere else you have to be except right here and right now. Letting go of any busyness you have in your life. Letting go of any commitments. And just being here. Just you, no one else. Letting go. Letting go. Letting go. Breath again. Gently reaching the hands all the way onto the earth, all the way above you, right above you onto the earth. Reaching through the fingers, pointing through the toes. And then gently hugging the knees into the chest, giving yourself a great big giant hug because you deserve a hug. Hugging yourself for all your hard efforts. And gently rolling over onto the right side. Slowly finding your way upright to a comfortable seated position. Bringing the hands to the heart. Finding the natural length of our spine. The crown of the head's reaching tall. Taking a breath. Letting it out. Bringing the thumbs to the third eye, the eyebrow center. We rest the hands right here next to the forehead, next to the brain, next to the mind for kind thoughts. Bring the thumbs down to the lips for honest words. We bow our head towards our heart as we acknowledge the bright light that is shining within each and every one of us. Namaste. Thanks for practicing with Hector and Annie. Goodbye.